students, I am Najmi Sahar, lecturer in business studies, Visha one of you called Chitradurga. So students, in last video we have discussed regarding the concept of business. In that particularly we have discussed about the meaning, definitions, the business activities, objectives and nature of business we have seen in our previous videos. Today I am here to explain one more important concept is types of industries. So usually the business has been categorized into two ways. The business activities has been broadly classified into two ways. One is industries and another one is commerce. The business has two important branches. That branches consist of one is industries and another one is commerce. Again, the industries has been subcategorized into three ways. One is primary industries, secondary industries and tertiary industries. These are the subdivision of industries. Again, there are subdivision under the primary, secondary and tertiary that we will particularly discuss later. And again, the commerce has been broadly categorized into two ways. One is trade, another one is auxiliaries to trade or aids to trade. That is what the chart showing the business activity. So the business has been broadly categorized. The branches of business includes two. One is industries, another one is commerce. Again, the industries has been categorized into two ways. That is the subdivision of industries into primary industry, secondary industries and tertiary industries. And whereas the commerce branch of business includes two subdivisions. One is trade and another one is auxiliaries to trade. Now let us discuss what is industries. What are the types of industries we will discuss. So the business has been broadly categorized into two branches. One is industries, another one is commerce. First one is industries. Industry is one of the branch of a business. It is one of a branch of business. So here industries refers to the meaning of industry is it refers to the economic activity. It is an economic activity which is concerned with the industries are concerned with the conversion of raw materials into the finished goods. Here industries is one of the business activity or it is an economic activity. The main function of this industry is to convert the raw materials. Convert the raw materials or semi-finished goods into a finished goods or usable goods. That is called as industries. So in other way we can say industries here refers to the group of firms which produces or which manufactures the related goods or similar goods is called as industries. As industries is one of the branch of business, it includes the business, the industries includes activity related to. So what are the related activity which industries perform is producing of goods and services or processing of goods and services as well as breeding and raising of animals and plants. Even the multiplication of plants and animals will also be done. That is called as industries. So industries here refers to the economic activity concerned with conversion of raw material. Conversion of raw material means what? Which is not say for example cotton. That is going to be converted into a fabric. That is what usable product they are going to convert. That is what we say conversion of raw material, which that particular raw material we cannot use. Immediately we cannot use. Such raw materials are going to be converted, that going to be manufactured, that going to be processed. After converting that raw materials into a semi-finished goods or finished goods. That material can be converted into the semi-finished goods or it may converted into the finished goods or usable goods is called as industries. It is one of the branch of business and it includes the activities like producing of goods and services or processing of goods and services as well as the breeding and raising of animals and plants. That is what we say multiplications of plants and animals. You are witnessing now number of business, poultry farm, animal farms. Such things comes under your industries. So in other way you can express industries it is a group of firms. It is a group of firms which produces or which manufactures the similar types of goods and services. Say for example electronic industries which produce produces the electronic devices. Textile industries, which produces the textile is what? Clothes. Okay, a fabric they are going to produce. Such industries will be called as a industries. Okay, that is what industries. Again, the industries has been classified into three ways. The industries has been categorized into two ways. One is primary industries, and another one is secondary industries, and third one is tertiary industries. Okay, so this industries has been broadly categorized into primary, secondary, and tertiary industries. Again, the primary industries has been categorized into two ways. One is primary industries is further classified into the extractive industries as well as the genetic industries. Whereas in secondary industries also we have two classification. One is manufacturing industries, okay, manufacturing industries, and another one is construction industries. Manufacturing industries, and another is construction industries. Construction industries. Whereas in the tertiary industries we include here services like banking, insurance, okay, that all communication, advertising, that all comes under your third category of industries. Okay, primary industries. What is primary industries? The first meaning of industries has been broadly categorized into three ways that I have discussed. That is primary industry, secondary, and tertiary. In that particularly we are discussing about the primary industries. What is primary industries? So primary industries are those industries which are concerned with, okay, these industries are concerned with the production of goods, okay, concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature. Okay, with the help of nature you are going to produce, or you are going to extract, or you are going to reproduce the goods or plants or animals. That is called as a primary industries. So here under the primary industries, the application of human efforts will be less in case of primary industries. So the examples of primary industries like mining, agriculture, forest, etc. will comes under your primary industries. Primary industries are those industries which are concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature, with the help of the natural resources. We are producing goods, that is called as a primary industries. Or you can say these industries include all those activities which is concerned with the extraction, drawing from the surface, okay, which is concerned with the extraction or production of natural resources, as well as reproducing and the development of plants and animals, etc. is called as a primary industries. So primary industries includes all those activities which is concerned with the extraction, okay, taking from the earth, okay, grabbing from the earth, drawing from the earth, okay, extraction of goods or production of natural resources, and redevelopment and development of or reproducing and development of plants. That is, we say plant multiplication and animal multiplication. We say reproducing of plants and animals, etc. is called as a primary industries. Again, these primary industries broadly categorized into two ways. One is extractive industries, another one is genetic industries. What is extractive industries? The word itself says extract, okay, grabbing, taking, okay, obtaining. That is what extracting. Extracting industries are those industries, okay, it is one of the type of primary industries which is concerned with the extraction or draw of a product from the natural resources. From the natural resources we are going to extract the products is called as extractive industries. These industries, whatever the raw material you obtain from the primary industries are used for the that are transformed or that are concerned for other producing of other goods and services. Usually these types of whatever we have extract, whatever the raw material we have got here, that raw materials are further processed into the other finished goods. Okay, so the extractive industries, major or important extractive industries includes mining, okay, mining industries. Limbering, LUM, limbering, that is what timbering, okay, hunting, fishing, okay, farming, that all comes under your extractive industries. Important extractive industries like first is mining, another one is foresting or farming, okay, next one is what, fishing, timbering or limbering, that industries are called as a extractive industries. Okay, you are going to draw, you are going to extract the resources, natural resources from the surface of the earth. From the surface of the earth you are going to extract. Mining you are going to obtain from within your earth. That is what we say extractive industries. Next one is genetic industries. These industries are engaged are concerned with breeding the plants and animals for their use or for the further reproduction is called as a genetic industries. Okay, genetic industries are those industries. These are those industries which are concerned, okay, which are engaged in breeding of plants and animals, for their use in further reproduction is called as a genetic industries. So genetic, you already know, genetic means what? We are going to multiply the plants. Okay, usually the seeds and nursery companies are the primary or typical examples for a genetic industry. Seeds and nursery companies are the examples of genetic industries. Okay, so here other activities in addition to that, seed and nurserying of plants, in addition to that we can say poultry farming, animal husbandry, fish hatchery, that are some of the examples of genetic industries. So genetic industries are those industries which are concerned with, which engage in breeding of plants and animals, for the further reproduction, for their use, for the reproduction purpose they are going to use. That is called as a genetic industries. So seeds and nursery companies are the examples for genetic industries. In addition to that, you can say fish hatchery, okay, poultry farming, animal husbandry, okay, these all are the examples of genetic industries. Okay, what is primary industry? Primary industries are those industries which are concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature. Here the primary industries includes the activities like extraction and production of raw material, or reproduction and development of plants and animals are called as a primary industries. These industries broadly categorized into two ways. One is extractive, another one is genetic. Extractive industries what? Drawing of natural resources from the surface of the earth. From the surface of the earth you are going to draw the materials or you are drawing the goods, that is called as a extractive industries. These extracted, whatever the goods we have extracted, that goods are further transformed or further converted into other usable goods. The examples like mining, you are going to draw the iron ore from the earth. From the iron ore that you are going to process, okay, you are going to prepare rods, okay, doors, like benches, likewise you are going to manufacture. That is, that goods has been further transformed, further converted into other usable goods. And foresting, you can say timbering, that is what, lumbering, fishing, that all comes under your extractive industries. Next one is what? Genetic industries, which is concerned with or which these industries are engaged in breeding of plants and animals. Breeding of plants and animals is nothing but they include in reproduction activities, reproduction of plants and animals. The best example for this is nursery companies, or you can say you are very much familiar with the words like genetic industries like poultry farming, okay, animal husbandry, okay, fish hatchery, that all comes under your genetic industries. Now let us discuss the second part of industries is secondary industries. Next is secondary industry. So the next one is secondary industries. Okay, the second category or next category under the industries are secondary industries. Secondary industries are those industries. Okay, these are the industries which are concerned with. Okay, which are concerned with using of materials which have already been extracted. Okay, extracted from the primary state. Whatever the raw materials we have got from the primary state or from the primary industries, okay, that raw materials they are going to use for the further conversion or further production is called as a secondary industries. Say for example, from the primary industries you have extracted the iron ore. Okay, from the mining you extracted the iron ore. That iron ore has been further processed or further produced. Okay, further processed. Okay, there you can produce the iron and steel. Okay, iron and steel you are going to produce. That is what we say secondary industries. Secondary industries are those industries which are concerned with the use of materials which have been already extracted from the primary industries. Okay, these industries process such raw materials. Process means there will be some different steps will be there in order to make that raw material into a usable product or to give it a finished phase, or which is to give a particular product to finished phase are ready to consume. Such goods are converted, such raw materials are converted into finished goods which we can use. Okay, that is called as a secondary industries. These industries process raw materials into finished goods for the final consumption or further used. You can convert such raw materials is called as a secondary industries. So again, these industries has been broadly categorized into two ways. One is manufacturing industries, and another one is construction industries. Okay, the secondary industries again categorized into two ways. One is manufacturing industries, another one is construction industries. Now let us discuss what is So next one is manufacturing industries. As I told you, secondary industries has been further divided into two categories, subdivisions. One is manufacturing and another one is construction. So what is manufacturing? Here the name itself says manufacturing of goods and services. Okay, these are the industries which converts the raw material or which process the raw materials into a finished goods that we can use now. Okay, so it gives the shape to a raw material, that is called as a manufacturing industries. Manufacturing industries are those industries which is concerned with conversion of raw materials into semi-finished goods or finished goods, okay, that we can consume. Okay, these particular industries will create a farm utility. It creates a farm utility. Okay, in particular place you are going to convert the raw material by producing the goods and services through the process of conversion of raw materials into finished goods. Okay, from these industries we will get varieties of goods and services that we are consuming today. Okay, that we are using. Such industries are called as a manufacturing industries. Say for example, manufacturing or producing of raw cotton into the cotton textile, from the raw jute to the jute related products, from the iron ore to the iron and steel industries. That is called as a manufacturing industries. Again, these manufacturing industries has been subcategorized into four ways. Four industries are included under the manufacturing industries. They are as So the type of manufacturing industries includes, again this has been further categorized into four types. First one is analytical industries, synthetical industries, processing industries, and the last one is assembly industries. What is analytical industries? The name itself says analytical, analyzed. Okay, so these industries are concerned with analyzing and separation of different elements from the same raw material is called as analytical industries. Analytical industries here refers to the analyzing and separating separating different elements, from the same raw material is called as analytical industries. So these analytical industries here refers to those industries which analyze, which step by step which analyze, as well as they will separate the different elements. They will separate the different elements from the same raw material, from the single raw material. They will separate the different elements. That as in case of a oil refinery. In oil refinery, it is a one only single raw material. From that raw material, we will separate the different elements. Say for example, crude oil is a raw material. So from the crude oil, we will separate the different products. Like from the crude oil, we will separate white petrol, next one is petrol, and next one is diesel and grease. So oil is a one raw material. From this raw material, we will separate the different elements. From this oil, we will separate white petrol and petrol, diesel, and last one is grease. These four elements will be separated. It is called as analytical industries. So analytical industries are those industries which are concerned with analyzing and separation of different elements from the same raw material is called as analytical industries. Example is called refinery oil, or you can say crude oil. That is what analytical industries. Next one is synthetical industries. So synthetical industries here refers to those industries which combines the different ingredients in order to produce a single product. In order to produce a finished goods, you are going to mix, you are going to combine the different ingredient is called as a synthetical industries. So here integration or combine different ingredient you are going to combine in order to produce a single finished goods. That is called as a synthetical industries, as in case of paper as well as a cement industries. You can give the example for the synthetical industries are cement. In order to produce the cement, you are going to add the different ingredients like coal, gypsum. These are the even the glass will also added in your production of cement. It is in order to produce the cement, you are going to add the different ingredients is called as a synthetical industries. For this example is oil. For synthetical industries, example is cement. Next one is processing industries. So the processing industries here refers to those industries which includes the successive stages in order to manufacture a particular product, or in order to produce a finished goods. You are going to go through the number of stages. That is called as a processing industries. So these industries includes successive stages in order to produce or in order to manufacturing a particular goods. You have to go through the number of stages, as in case of paper industries as well as the sugar industries. As in case of paper as well as the sugar industries. So processing industries are those industries which includes the successive stages, in order to produce a finished goods. In order to produce the finished goods, you have to go through the number of stages. As in case of the food processing companies, you can say food processing companies. So in order to produce a chocolate, number of stages they are going to follow. As in case of sugar also, from the sugar cane, you are going to extract the juice. From that you are going to boil. After boiling, you are going to make a cool. So the number of different stages they are going to follow. Such stages are called as a processing industries. In order to make a finished goods, you are going to follow the number of steps, number of stages you will go through. That is called as a processing industries. Next one is assembling industries. So here assembly industries are those industries which are concerned with assembling of different elements in order to produce a finished product is called as a assembly industries. Assembling of different elements, assembling or combining of different products or different elements to produce or to manufacture single product is called as a assembly industries. So assembly industries are those industries which assembles the different product, which combines the different product in order to produce the single product is called as a assembly. The best example for this is you can see TV, computer, okay, mobile phones, okay, that all comes under your assembly industries. You are going to combine the different products in order to make a finished goods, that is called as a assembly industries. So it is very important for the 4 marks, a very important question for the 4 marks as well as the 2 marks. Okay, they are going to ask what is synthetical industries, what is processing industries, what is the what is the assembling industries, they are going to ask. Okay, that is very important question. Types of manufacturing industries. So that manufacturing industries has been categorized into 4 ways. One is analytical industries, synthetical industries, processing industries and assembly industries. Analytical industries means here analysis and separation of different elements from the same raw material. From the single raw material you are going to separate the different material, that is called as a analytical industries. Synthetical industries, in order to produce one product, one finished goods, you are going to combine the different ingredients. Such industries are called as a synthetical industries. So processing industries, this includes the successive stages, number of steps to be followed in order to produce or in order to manufacture a particular goods and services. That is what processing. Assembly industries are those industries which combines the different products, which assembles the different products in order to give a finished shape to the particular product. That is called as a assembly industries. Example for these are the first one oil, for the second one cement, for the third one is paper and sugar, and the last one is TV, computer, mobile phone. Okay, which includes the assembling of different product is called as a assembling industries. Now let us discuss what is construction industry. So the next one is construction industries. The second division of your secondary industries are construction industries. So the name itself suggests that construction of buildings, construction of dams, construction of bridge, canals, that are all comes under the construction industries. Any industries which includes in the construction of roads, buildings, tunnels, dams, that industries are called as a construction industries. So here architecture in order to construct anything, that is what construction industries. The next one is tertiary industries. So tertiary industries or tertiary industries are those industries which provides supporting activities, which supports the primary as well as the secondary industries and trade. Okay, trade related activities. These industries will provide the supportive services to the primary industries, secondary industries as well as the trade. So this particular industries will be considered as a part of a commerce. Okay, auxiliaries to trade, which provide the services to the primary industries, secondary industries and tertiary industries. What type of services they are going to provide? The services like banking, okay, banking you can say, communication, transportation, warehousing, packing, advertising. These are all